Hi, and welcome to a video lesson on circle graphs. Here's what you'll learn: how to read and interpret circle graphs. First of all, what is a circle graph? Well, a circle graph, sometimes called a pie chart, is just another way of displaying data. The data in a circle graph is divided into parts that are called sectors. Let's interpret a circle graph. Use the circle graph below to answer the questions that follow. Before we answer any questions, we need to make sure we understand the circle graph being presented to us. At the top of every graph you should find a title. In this case, our title is Kinds of Echinoderms. Let's take a look at the different sectors. The blue sector are the sea cucumbers. The red sector are sea urchins and sand dollars. The light green sector, brittle stars and basket stars. The purple sector, sea stars. And the light blue sector, sea lilies and feather stars. Now that we understand our graph, we can answer some questions about it. What group of echinoderms includes the greatest number of species? Since we're looking for the greatest number of species, we're looking for the largest sector or slice of the pie. That's obviously the light green section down at the bottom, and that's our brittle stars and basket stars. Approximately what percent of echinoderm species are sea stars? Well, let's locate the sea stars section. It's the purple sector of our circle graph. In order to find out what percent of the entire circle is made up of the purple area, we want to look at the angle formed from the center of the circle. That's the angle of the purple sector. If you take a close look at it and you know something about circles and angles, that looks suspiciously close to a right angle or a 90-degree angle. So we know there are 360 degrees in a circle. So we're looking for what part of 360 is 90 degrees. So we take 90 divided by 360, and that gives us 0.25. That's a decimal answer, and we're looking for a percent. So we move the decimal 2 places to the right, and the sea stars area is about 25%, or a quarter of our entire circle. Now, what group is made up of fewer species? Sea cucumbers or sea urchins and sand dollars? Well, let's find those sectors. Sea cucumbers is the blue section. Sea urchins and sand dollars is the red section. And if we take a look, we can see the red section is just a little bit smaller, so it contains fewer species. So the answer has to be sea urchins and sand dollars. Let's look at another circle graph. Leon surveyed 30 people about pet ownership. The circle graph below shows his results. We want to use the graph to answer the following questions. Well, once again, let's make sure we understand what the graph is telling us. The title says it's pet survey results, and here's what each sector represents. The blue sector is dogs only. The red sector is no pets at all. The light green sector is cats only. And the last sector is the purple one. That's people that own dogs and cats. So now that we understand the graph, let's answer some questions. How many of the 30 people said they do not own pets? Well, let's find that sector. That's the red sector. It's 50% of the entire graph. That's half of the entire circle. So half of 30 people who were surveyed do not own a pet. Half of 30 is 15. So 15 people said they did not own a pet. 3 people responded they own both dogs and cats. Let's find that sector. Both dogs and cats is the purple sector on our graph. Based on this information, can you tell me how many people own cats only? Let's find that sector. It's the light green sector. Now, if 3 people is 10% of those surveyed, and 20% is twice as much as 10%, then we know twice as many people said they owned cats only. So that has to be 6 people said they owned cats only. Congratulations! You've learned how to read and interpret circle graphs.